Hi friends, today we have two young IAS officers with us. We'll talk to them about civil services preparation, their experiences so far. First, we'll introduce Rohan Joshi. Rohan Joshi is from Pune, IAS officer of 2018 batch, and he did BE in civil engineering from BITS Pilani. He has also done MTech Transportation Engineering from IIT Mumbai, IIT Bombay it is. Optional subject for UPSC, Political Science and International Relations. And we also have today Piyush Salunkhe. Piyush is also from Pune, 2018 batch IAS officer. He did BE in Electronics and Telecommunications from University of Pune. He also did LLB from University of Pune. He did MA in Public Management from JNU Delhi. He has done also PG Diploma in Cyber Law. My goodness. He has also done another course in Agriculture Policy. I think very well-read gentleman we have, Piyush Salunkhe. So we welcome both Rohan Joshi and Piyush Salunkhe to our discussion today. So we have today with us two young IAS officers, Piyush Salunkhe and also Rohan Joshi. So young officers, energetic officers, we'll talk to them about civil services experiences so far, their training, both district training and also Mussoorie days. We'll also talk about their education and also civil services preparation, how they have tackled it, how they have cracked the exam, and also what are the ideas they would like to share with our friends, aspirants. Hello, Piyush, we'll start with you. Where are you posted currently?
Hello. Sir, I'm currently posted as SDO and SDM Mal in Jalpaiguri.
Jalpaiguri. Beautiful place.
Yes. Yes, right.
Natural beauty.
Right. Beautiful place.
And also tea gardens?
Yes, sir. Lots of tea gardens.
So what a place to be posted. So you are enjoying it?
Yes. Sir. Wonderful place to work in.
Very good. How long are you posted there?
Sir, it's been almost 9 months, sir, since I'm been posted.
Rohan, where are you currently?
Sir, I'm posted as SDO and SDM, Tufanganj, Kuch Bihar district, sir.
North Bengal, equally lovely places. So
yes, sir.
Beautiful natural beauty and all known for them.
Yes.
So now, see, when we join service, civil services, definitely the public service, we are public servants, and the public service is the most important aspect we talk about, isn't it? Like we talk about empathy, being close to people, listening to them, listening to their grievances, needs. Sometimes we should be close to them, we should be accessible to them. These are the points we keep talking about in our discussions also. So can you tell us how has been experience so far? Maybe we can start with Rohan.
Yes, sir. So the thing is, when a person comes to our office, he comes with a hope that we will hear him out. We may not be able to address his grievance in full or whatever information he wants to get from us. But the thing is that we give access to him. It's like the last man standing in the queue. He's coming to us. He wants something from us. So if we could hear him out in the first place, that itself gives him 50% of the satisfaction that an officer in the chair has heard him out. The second step goes, sir, when we hear him out, we try to find a solution to his problem. And then we channelize our official energies into getting solution to his problem. The third thing, sir, when the person gets the particular things done or his grievance get redressed, the smile that comes on his face, that is our satisfaction, sir. That is why we are in the service. That is my personal philosophy, sir.
Wonderful, Rohan, you said it. So beautifully put it. Piyush, how has been your experience so far in public service, being close to people? You have chance to go to blocks, gram panchayats, villages, or habitations, or say self-help group meeting. You had the occasion to go and meet them in their own habitation or in their location?
Yes. It's been a wonderful setup, sir.
Okay.
Sir, for example, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please carry on.
For example, sir, we are working here on a water security project, sir. So for that, we are using and leveraging resources in Narega. But in that, an important aspect is of community mobilization, sir, wherein every weekend our team goes and sits with the villagers, and we connect them to the project and to the cause to help them arrive at the solution. And this community involvement ensures sustainability of the projects. So this is where the gap between the government and the people gets narrowed down.
Very good. Rohan, you believe in field travels? You go to field quite often?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mostly what I do, sir, I plan field visits in a such a way that people would be available for interaction. Let's suppose most of the farmers will not be available during the morning times because they will be busy in the field work. So even in the evening times, we do a small kind of a gram visit, sir. There we have elders in the village, then we have some young population. So all of us sit together and we try to find out solutions to the problem that they might be facing. So most of the time, my experience is, sir, the solutions comes from within itself. We just needs to channelize them through proper channels, sir. That's the only thing. They have the solution with them, but they just don't know the way how government can be a facilitator in that way. So when we step in, we just act as a facilitator. Most of the time, the problem gets solved, sir.
Beautiful, Rohan. Our role as facilitator and mentoring, being there with them and also listening to them, these aspects both of you have brought it out. So how different is the field when you look at, say, your experience or your training in Mussoorie? We always sometimes say that what is taught in Mussoorie and what we see in field, sometimes there is a variance. Of course, the theoretical inputs are very important. So after Mussoorie, when you land in, say, districts, where were you in district, Rohan, district training?
I was in Paschim Midnapur, sir. It's a wonderful district to have one's training, sir. The basic thing which I got from Mussoorie was, sir, the field may be variance in terms of like you need to convince people to do things, certain things, then you need to walk that extra mile. Even if it is obvious that it will benefit the people, you need to have the power of like persuade them in a way. But sir, things which remain consistent from Mussoorie training was the thing is we need to follow the rules and the laws in letter and in spirit, sir. The thing we learned in Mussoorie was the letters, but the way it is implemented in spirit that we learned on the field, sir. It was the basic difference, sir.
You were BDO also, no? You worked as BDO also.
Yes, sir.
Where were you?
Sir, I was BDO Kharagpur once, sir. And when working as a BDO, the first-hand experience I got was I was BDO during the COVID period, sir, the COVID pandemic period. So creating the institutional quarantine centers, then providing the healthcare facilities to the people, providing ration to the people. Then there were many migrant laborers, their transportation had to be arranged. So all this gave me a very vast like experience, sir, very enriching experience. But what I learned, sir, the first thing is even in a pandemic situation, people did not lose their hope. They still had hope with them that this too will pass, and that gave us in a way a booster, sir. That okay, even people are not lost their hope. They have hope. So even we will all pass through this tough time, sir.
It was a challenge, definitely. It was a big challenge for entire community, people, administration, everyone. So Piyush, where did you do your district training?
Sir, I did my district training in Purulia district.
How was it? Purulia, of course, has its own richness, variety.
Yes.
You were also BDO there? Where were you BDO?
Yes. I was BDO for 6 months, sir, in Shatudi block, sir. It is a block adjoining Jharkhand and Paschim Bardhaman.
How was your Purulia experience?
Oh, wonderful. One of the best experiences, sir. As Rohan said, sir, we were BDOs during the first COVID wave, sir. So it was it was the best training that one could have had, sir. because there was no fixed roadmaps on how to handle this big pandemic, sir. So it was this collective inductive mobilization that like that
The
helped us
challenges,
gain our
yeah.
experience.
The challenge was before us,
Yes.
all of us, and actually we were only responding to it because Corona and COVID was new to us. So administration was actually, as per situation evolving, actually we learned and we also worked, isn't it? So that was a great period. Looking back, as an administrator, it's I think good training, I would say. So the Corona was very painful for people, but as an administrator, we also grow through various experiences. Disaster management also is an aspect. So this is a huge disaster, isn't it?
Yes.
That way, your training also coincided with this period. You learned the hard way how the administration responds to situations and people needs. Very good.
Yes.
We'll also talk about a little bit about your Mussoorie days. So I saw a picture of Piyush on horse riding. So
Yes,
you
sir.
like it or what?
Yes, sir. I like horse riding, sir. But that picture wasn't of Mussoorie, sir. Sir, that picture was during my posting as SDO in Darjeeling, sir. So during elections, sir, there was one polling booth, sir, which was inaccessible by road. So a part distance had to be traveled on a horse. So
Oh, that is interesting. So this was very much your own field posting. The photograph from field. Very good. Okay.
Yes.
So you liked your Mussoorie days?
Yes. Mussoorie.
Okay. Rohan, how was your Mussoorie training?
Sir, it was amazing, wonderful experience, sir. The best thing that we learned in Mussoorie was our friendship, sir. The bond that we made in Mussoorie, even when, even if a district is there in any state, and if our batchmate is posted there, if our friend is posted there, that doesn't, that district itself becomes a family district for us, sir. So, and we are all in public service together, sir. So, even during COVID pandemic, sir, many of the times for this migrant labor and movement and all that, these interpersonal friendships, sir, the bonds that we had within our batchmates, that also helped quite a lot, sir. Then you know a person firsthand, then it becomes very easy to communicate with him. And this is what I learned, sir. The bonds that we make in Mussoorie, things like those last forever, sir.
Well, both of you are also batchmates. So though both of you come from Pune, isn't it? You
Yes,
know each other before?
No, sir.
So you met in service only in Mussoorie.
Yes. Before that, post-election, sir.
I see.
Post-election.
I also have a little Maharashtra connection. So I was posted in Mumbai, then Bombay. I was a bank officer, my first job. I worked there. So professional officer in Canara Bank, Bombay. So I have something close to you, common with you. So good. Then we'll also talk about a little bit about civil services preparation and also your own education, how you went through the process. If you can share us, we'll go to Rohan again. Then can you tell us how was your journey of preparation?
Sir, after completing my MTech, sir, from IIT Bombay, during 2016 August, I decided to opt for civil services. The first thing I had clarity in my mind, sir, that first we need to understand the examination. So I went through the prelim question papers, the mains question papers, the syllabus that we have. And after talking with some few of the seniors, I got that even if coaching is bit necessary as to understand how to go about it, first you need to understand your own strength and weaknesses. Like my major weakness was this exposure to various subjects like history, geography. After 10th standard, there was no formal education that I did in these particular subjects. So I thought first I need to go back to the basics and learn and then understand what are these subjects are all about. And the major strength was planning. Like during engineering days also, we learned that we have very less time and we need to cover vast syllabus. So the time constraint, even if the time constraint was there that in 1 year you need to complete the entire syllabus, the planning part was always ready, sir, with me. So I went about this regarding optional subject selection, sir, even though I had done my MTech in civil engineering, the point I made during this particular preparation was I will not take civil engineering as my optional. I will take something else which will give me a more interest, that I will be learning something new and which will keep me on going throughout that 1 year preparation and then again 1 year examination. So to study the same thing again, which I already know, would not have given me the opportunity to go in for another 1 more year. So I took political science, sir. It was like many of my seniors had taken it and cracked the examination. So I just, without even seeing much of the things, I just dived into, sir, and I started liking the subject. So one thing I will suggest everyone, sir, who will be as an UPSC aspirants, who will be aspirants, that you should take your optional subject only, like you should fix your optional subject only when you have getting interest into learning something new from that subject. If you are not learning something new, if you are not enjoying studying that particular subject, then it will not help you, because you never know will it will be your first attempt or second attempt or third attempt. The optional subject will stay with you. And regarding general studies, sir, regular editorials in Indian Express helps, sir. 50% of my preparation was online, sir. Like there were many online applications which were coming up. I studied from those. So I compiled from various sources, sir. And the most important strategy was writing answer writing, sir. Writing by your own, because your main question answer sheet will be in front of the examiner, sir. You won't be in the front of the examiner to explain your point. So articulation skill, writing in brief, addressing the question in full. So all these things helped me. But for this, I had to do an elaborate test series kind of a thing, sir. So I wrote many full-length question papers. So the thing is, you need to study, revise, and practice. All these three things should go in tandem so as to achieve the success. This is how I prepared, sir.
Excellent. Rohan, you said it. The writing skills are very important for civil service exam. And you also mentioned about the practice part, writing the questions again and again, revising yourself online also. Did you go for any formal coaching, or did you join any coaching center? Rohan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For optional subject only, sir. For 4 months, I had joined Vajiram and Ravi in Old Darling. So Shubhra Ranjan was the mentor over there, sir. So that was the only formal coaching I did, sir. But what I believe is, more than the formal coaching, your own self-study that really helps in this particular examination.
It is more important, in fact, what you study, how you study. Your preparation is, in fact, it comes out. True. We'll just also check with Piyush. How was your journey of preparation?
It was good, sir. Sir, badhiya tha, sir. I conform with most points that Rohan said, sir. So I would just build up upon that, sir. So my journey was a bit different, sir. I decided to appear for civil services during my engineering days, sir. So I started preparing in third year of engineering. So I prepared on weekends along with weekdays of college. So, and after graduation, sir, in 2 attempts, sir, I cracked it.
Very good. So what was the first attempt itself? You got service, or how was it?
No, sir, in second attempt, sir. Sir, in second attempt.
Very good. No, I was just asking whether any service.
Sir, there are just one or two things I would like to highlight.
Yeah, true.
No, sir. No, I didn't clear main, sir.
That is also some experience that the candidate doesn't clear, but again makes it in the second attempt to IAS is a significant achievement.
Yes.
What was the changes you made?
Right, sir. That's what I want to emphasize. The number one thing I want to say is the most aspirants, sir, including me, initially, sir, we go for perfection, sir. And we, like, this exam is like, we go into a research mindset, sir. I believe, sir, more than a research mindset, one needs to go into the marks mindset, sir. So what is the cost benefit ratio of what you're studying, sir? So that is very important, sir. For example, the mistake that I did in my first attempt was that I knew everything, sir. There wasn't a single thing I didn't know. But every answer, there's a fixed amount of space that is given. So I was trying to just put it all down, that everything that I knew. Right? So I didn't know where to stop. That was my major problem in first attempt. So in second, I rectified that, and that was all it took, sir. There wasn't any extra or different study. So to be concise, brief, and articulate, sir. This thing is very important.
I think time constraint also comes in. Some candidates actually cannot manage their time also. So within the space and the time, the 3 hours available, they actually have to answer so many questions. I think this practice also helps us to master this time management, isn't it? Piyush first and then Rohan. Time management?
Right, sir. Like, sir, actually, as Rohan said, sir, practice, sir. So the more you practice, especially in mains, sir, so the time there's a time, sir, time gap in which you read the question and you start writing on the paper. So this time gap narrows down to, I don't know, 1/10 of a second. The moment you read the question, you can articulate the answer in your mind and you can start writing on the paper, sir. So this speed that you can get is only through practicing, sir. So, and this helps you answer in a finite amount of time.
Thank you, Piyush. You said it. Rohan, time management, just briefly.
So the thing is, you have 3 hours and in the mains paper basically, and we have 20 questions. So roughly it boils down to 9 minutes per question. To achieve that kind of an efficiency in the main examination, one needs to give full length test series basically with time. Like you cannot take a test series and write a paper for 4 hours or 5 hours. You need to follow the clock. You need to train your mind to solve one question in 9 minutes, then jump to the next question. If you don't know anything about that particular question, then one needs to leave it, go to the next question, and then keep it in like repeat it in 9 minutes. So to train your mind to jump from one question to another, and sir, no 2 questions will be of similar nature. So the thing is, you need to apply your mind to the first question. In 9 minutes, you need to write whatever you know. You switch your mind to the next question. You read it, you write it. That's how. Throughout my mains examination, my question answer sheet used to end like the last question I used to solve and put a full stop. That used to be around 178 minutes or 179 minutes. So maximum error was of 1 minute or 2 minutes. That's what I used to have at the end of the paper. So that kind of efficiency one needs to achieve. Not too fast, not too slow. That's also.
Okay. It is it's almost perfect time management, Rohan.
Yes,
and
sir.
also, I will also ask you briefly about preliminary. Actually, preliminary also is a tough sometimes exam for so many people. Actually, can you briefly tell us about preparing for prelims? What do you tell the candidates?
Sir, regarding prelims, sir, it's again boils down to practice, sir. The more you read, you need to revise and practice again. There are many test series which are available in the market, sir, regarding prelim. So for prelim, 1 year before the prelim examination, that should be the window for current affairs, and static portion one builds from NCERT or the regular books which are available. The thing about prelim examination is, sir, you may not know answers to all the questions that you solve, but you should also learn the art of elimination. If you could eliminate 3 options, then the 4th option you can select. So it's not just selection, it's not just answering, it's also elimination that one needs to master, sir. One needs to take risk, calculated risk in the question, like examination hall itself. So these kind of things will come only with practice. One needs to solve at least 30 to 40 full length preliminary test papers to get ourselves into that particular practice, sir.
Mindset. Actually, you prepare very well beforehand. A lot of reasoning also is involved. In a lot of questions involve reasoning abilities also. They are tested. So yes. Very well said, Rohan. Piyush, briefly about preliminary preparation. What do you tell aspirants?
So Rohan hit the spot, sir. That how practice will help you in your adjusting your risk appetite, sir, during the exam. Sir, one thing I would like to say ki, not to go in the exam with a fixed mindset. Ki, for example, a lot of aspirants go कि 100 में से 80 questions करेंगे, 90 questions करेंगे, 70 करेंगे. So actually it depends on the nature of question paper, and practicing a lot of question papers and MCQs helps you gauge the nature of question paper and how many questions should be attempted. So not having a fixed mindset, sir, helps a lot. So this is regarding, sir, the paper. And regarding preparation, sir, like, sir, everybody, like most aspirants, they study the same set of materials for the exam. So what differentiates you during the exam is like how much of you can gauge the question paper, the difficulty, and how much of cool that you can keep in your attempts, sir, during attempting.
Let us see. We always talk about hard work pays. We have to be patient. We have to have goal setting. You work for the goal. It's all nice. We three are in the service. We can always give this. I will liberally say gyan. I can say that. But the point comes is there are about 5 lakh students or candidates appearing for the exam. The number of vacancies vary from 800 to 1,000. So I just ask aspirants also, even though we should have plan B. So my question is, should we have plan B while preparing? Piyush?
Yes, sir. I totally support this, sir. Because, sir, as you see, sir, the percentage of selection ratio is one of the lowest, sir, in most competitive exams in the world, sir. And this, like many other things in life, are tied to your career, sir. So the more settled you are, and the less pressures that you have of like ye nahi hua to kya. So in initial first attempt or 2 attempts, you don't feel so. But God forbid, sir, somebody doesn't clear. So as you age, sir, there are various other responsibilities that catch up. So that is why it is very important to have a backup plan, sir. So I had a backup plan of law, sir. After engineering, I pursued law in parallel to civil services. So in case my civil services preparation didn't work out, I would have become a lawyer, sir.
Oh, great. So nice to know that. Rohan, what about plan B? For aspirants, I am asking. I mean, from their perspective, if you can talk.
The first thing when one enters this UPSC arena, sir, as an aspirant mindset, first thing one should keep in mind is this is an exam to a particular entering into particular service through which you can do social service and larger service to the nation. But this is not the only way. Like even if you have that attitude, thing that you want to work for the nation, you want to do social service, civil service is one of the ways. So it's not that this is the only way to get into the social service. Second thing, sir, this is just an exam. It's not life itself. Life is much bigger than an exam itself. If one wants to devote 2 years, like 2 attempts, it's fine. But if you're not getting through even after 2 attempts, then I personally feel 2 is not a sacrosanct number. I'm saying 2, 3, it can vary from personal background to background. But even after 2, 3 attempts, if you're not getting, then you should think about something else. Even if you don't have a plan B in the first place, but ideal thing is to have a plan B. If you don't have plan B, if you have jumped into it, no need to worry after 2 attempts, but you should think about creating a plan B of your own. That is must. Like life cannot, the years in which we do this preparation are the most productive years in our life. So we should not just go on attempt after attempt. So that is my personal philosophy, sir. So what I had thought that even I got it in the very first attempt, sir. I consider myself very lucky and blessed, sir. But if I hadn't got it in first 2 attempts, then I would have thought about pursuing PhD, sir, in civil engineering, sir.
Very good. So you had clarity on that. Both of you had this clarity about what will you do in case it doesn't materialize. So I also advise participants or aspirants who are viewing this that you should always have plan B. If it doesn't work out, it may not work out. It's not. It is very tough, and the numbers are against us. That's why. So we should always think about what we will do next. So that is very important. Great. It was wonderful to chat with you. We wish you, both of you, Rohan and also Piyush, wonderful days in times ahead. Public service. We always say that public service is a blessing. So this blessing has to be kept in mind. You are all young, both of you are young, and you also have clarity in your mind about public service. You are pro people, you are going to field, you're spending time with people. I am very happy about this because I had the pleasure of interacting with you when you joined the service in early time, maybe a couple of years back. So wonderful. Rohan and Piyush, thanks for joining. We look forward to your continued public service and also good stories and good experiences about your work.